Table of contents, once you found it, you're raising your hand. You're not yelling out and saying, I found it. You're just raising your hand.
I'm not allowed to tell you. One page up.
Class.
You've been looking at my book.
Uh-oh. I have friends out of their seat. I have people talking. We're just waiting to find the page. If you're ready,
I'll show you.
if you're ready, your hand should be up. If you need 2 more seconds, go ahead and say, wait on me.
What do you mean?
Sitting down.
Oh, 292. No, it's not 280.
We are on page 280.
280.
Thank you, Jeremy.
280.
Turn to page 280.
280. Hey, don't help me. I know. Why? 280. Okay, what was that?
All right, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 people with their ISNs open, with their visualize, brain work, and extend written down. And I can also see that they are ready to get started. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started while everyone else is catching up.
280.
We are on page 280. Our visualize based on the title of this story, Wild Weather. And while we're looking at this first page, what do you think the author's purpose, because remember we've been talking about the author and the main idea of his text, and we're trying to figure out why he's writing this story. Why do you think the author is writing this story? What do you think it's going to be about? I want you to write that down under your visualize. You have 3 minutes.
Oh,
You're going to write down. Hold on, let me fucking write it down for you. What do you think the author
Stop saying dot, dot, dot. No, what if you say that you don't?
why do you think the author
Author. Maybe
Like
something
Arthur.
What do you think of Dot, dot, dot. Oh, that's nonsense. Name.
Why do you think the author is writing this text? We're looking at the title and we're looking at the picture, and you're going to tell me why you think the author is writing this text. You're writing that under your visualize. So Ms. Bucker's going to restart the time since I wrote it down.
Oh, do we have to wait?
You have 3 minutes, so you have until 12:55.
12:55.
Yep. 12:55. Yep.
What's the story going to be about?
The storm.
You think it's going to be about a storm? What? It's going to be about a storm.
Because it looks like a storm.
Okay, so that's what I want you to write down under your visualize. Awesome.
Somebody always tell me about A, B, C. Oh, no. A, B, C. I'm not going to tell you. A, B, U, T. Okay, I got something over here.
You hope you can still work? Did you already get your stuff written down?
He's mine. He's mine.
No, she's going to need her own pencil because you're going to need yours to write.
A, B,
Or you're trying to stop it.
You want me to tell
What are the things you say about the weather?
It's like
Tomatoes? Okay. Let's see. We're gonna find out when we read this book. You have one more minute.
One more minute.
Alright. 1 more minute.
I think
Keep writing. Keep writing.
You don't have to say it out loud.
do you think it's
It's okay, just guess. It doesn't need to be spelled correctly. You can just spell it out and write it however you feel that it spells. I want you to try it. Okay, class. These groups that you are in right now, these are your home groups. Okay, home groups. Remember, Ms. Buckner gave you some numbers because we did a little group activity earlier and yesterday, right? So you have your numbers. Remember, it was 1, 2, 3. Raise your hand if you're a 1. Raise your hand if you're a 2. Raise your hand if you're a 3. Raise your hand if you're a 1. Raise your hand if you're a 2. Raise your hand if you're a 3. Okay, don't forget your numbers. So right now, I want all my 1s to be reading. Actually, before we start that, let Ms. Buckner read the first page. So put your finger on the title, on the heading of the story. Wild weather. We're going to put your finger on that first capital letter because Ms. Buckner is going to read and I want you to be reading along. Air is all around us. The air moves and winds blow. Changes in the air are called weather. Sometimes weather is sunny and fair. Other times it's cloudy and rainy. Storms are sudden, harsh changes in the weather. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to read about the different types of weather that the author wants us to know about. We're going to find out what the author's purpose was, because that was what our standard says, right? We're finding out his purpose for writing the text. Was he trying to answer a question? Was he trying to explain? Was he trying to describe something? So we need to read so we can find out. So I'm going to have everyone become experts about the different types of weather. So I want you guys, if you are a 1, you are opening to page 282. All my 1s, turn to page 282. Not yet. If you are a 2, you're going to turn to page 286. My 2s, you're 286. If you're a 3, you are turning to page 288. 288. When I say go, I want you guys to start reading. I want you to get all the information that you can about your topic. And you're going to write it down in your ISM if you need to remember. So you're going to read it once or twice without writing anything down, just remembering. And then when you feel like you've got the information in your mind, I want you to start writing down some of the important things that the author is talking about. You're going to write down some of the key details that you thought described what he was trying to say. Does that make sense? Thumbs up if you understand. Go ahead and get started. When you write, class. When you get started and you're ready to write, you're going to put the title of your subheading that tells you what you're talking about. So let's say we're talking about tornadoes like we were yesterday. You're going to write tornadoes, and then you're going to put a little hyphen, and then you're going to start writing about tornadoes. So we're going to write some details about tornadoes, but with real writing, right? Because we're going to use the real details from the book. Ready, go. In your mind, you're reading silently. You don't want to disturb your neighbor. Shanson, you're gonna need that information.
Yes, ma'am. Hurricanes are warm in your head.
Shannon, focus.
Hey,
Hi.
what are you supposed to be working on right now?
We're supposed to group one one's supposed to be reading this, and then two is supposed to be reading three's reading this, and then two's reading this.
What group are you?
One.
And so what do you do after you read it?
We go into our separate. One's going to over there, and then two's go over there, and then three's go over there.
And what do you do with it?
We go into different groups and tell them what our page is about.
Oh, so what's your learning goal for this lesson?
Identify the main purpose of the text, including what the author wants to explain or describe.
That's awesome. What does that mean?
It means why did the author write it or something?
How do you feel you're doing with that right now?
Good.
Yeah? You got it down? Nice. Hi, boys. What are you working on?
If I talk, I'll feel worse.
Okay. What about you, Aiden? What are you working on right now?
It's okay if I talk, but I'll just keep sniffling if I
I
talk.
know. It's no fun to be sick. Hi there.
Hi, Miss Moore.
What are you working on?
We're working
This is the only time I help.
What's your learning goal for today?
I can identify the main topic of a multi-paragraph text as well as focus of specific paragraphs within a text.
What does that mean?
That means you can identify a main topic in a text.
Nice. So what section are you working on? What section are you working on?
282.
What do you have to do as you read?
We have to read
What are you supposed to be reading for, though? What's your purpose?
my purpose to read for, so I can write down stuff so I can memorize it next time I do it.
Nice. All right. Keep working hard, sweetheart.
Did you finish? Did you read it again? Mm-hmm. So you get all the information. Because remember, you're going to be the expert soon. What? Mm-hmm. You're going to have to teach everyone what you read. So you better read up. Two more minutes to get all the information in your brain. Where are you on yours? Okay. You skipped this part, why? Were you on you take it under brain work, yes. Sandwich.
I need to take notes.
Under brain work. Oh, class. What we're going to do now is we're going to get into groups of people that have read our same text. So I want you to take your books with you. If you are a 1, you're going to come right over into this area. If you're a 1, walk over to this area. If you're a 2, you're walking over to this area with your book. You're going to need your book and your ISN. Your book and your ISN. Walking aided. If you're a 3, you're coming over to this area with your books and your ISN. Go. You guys have 5 seconds to get to your groups in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All eyes on me. I'll wait. In this group, what you're doing, as you can see, everyone has read the same page of the book in this group. You are going to reread it together as a group, so that way if you missed any words that you didn't understand, you can ask your group and see what that word was. And then you're going to take some notes of the important key details that you think you have to tell the other people in your group. Because later we're going to switch, and you're going to be the teacher. You're going to be the expert. So you're going to be teaching them what happened on your page. So right now you're talking with this group. You're talking with your expert group, all your other smart experts, and you are discussing what are the key details that I'm going to need to share with my group when I go back to my home group. Go ahead and teach.
Okay.
You're talking to your group. Just wait till the end. Hey, Kimberly, I think he's asking if he can read first. Is that okay? So maybe you guys can break it up into sections so that everyone gets a turn. I'm sure that we can get it together. You gotta read it together because some people may not have understood the whole. That's why you guys are talking together. The first part? Okay, so now you're talking with your group because you want to find out what are the important things that you need to write down. When you go back to it, remember you're going to be steps. You're going to have to teach your whole group what happened. You are going to switch one more time. Teach you talking as a group. Yes. Talk as a group.
Hurricanes are the biggest storms of all. They hurt more people and the heat of
What are you working on right now?
they hurt more people. Hurricanes are the biggest storms of all. They hurt more people and destroy more buildings than all other kinds of storms.
Hold on a second, guys. So you already read this section, right? So now what are you supposed to do as you read?
We read together as a group
For what?
so that we could learn it better. And if other people didn't get it, they can get it now.
I gotcha. And then what are you going to do think?
We're gonna write what? We're gonna write notes. How do you have? Yeah, she said and after we do that, we're gonna write down what we think that's important.
Yes, you're reading both pages. Hey, Shannon, why don't you share some of
Millions of homes lost power for days. Thousands of people
one more minute.
stuck in airports and on snowy highways.
Lower your voices a little bit. No, you can just continue. She's at lightning. Oh, she's at meeting. Okay, class. At this point, you should be done reading it over together. Go ahead and take 1 minute and talk about the things that you want to take back to your group. What are you going to tell the rest of the people in your group that was important about your section? Write it down.
Is that a tablet?
It is. So what's important about your section?
You're going to want to share the same stuff because you're the guest. You want to make the rest of the class your topic. What did you read about? What did you read about? What did you read about?
I wanted to take off blizzards. Hurricanes are warm weather
Write down the
storms. Blizzards are huge winter snow
Okay, so
storms.
pause for 1 second. I don't want you to read it to me because you've read it a few times. I want you to tell me what is the most important part from this section.
Blizzards?
What about them?
They have warm weather. No, they have nothing to do. Okay, hurricanes. Hurricanes are warm weather.
But was your section about hurricanes?
I wanted to tell more, but you interrupted me.
What's your section?
Wait, listen. You should understand what blizzard.
Yeah, what section are you on?
I'm dead.
I know, but look, your section of the article. What's your section? Right. What is this whole thing about?
Blizzards, hurricanes, and Valentine, and storms.
Storms? Yeah, definitely. This whole thing is about storms, but your section is just about blizzards. It's telling you all the details about blizzards.
Group
Here you go.
2, you are too loud. And group 1. Is it a huge snowball? Nope. What is it, Elijah? What's a blizzard? It's a snowstorm. So you want to use that because that's important. Because you don't know what it is. If you say it loses power, a lot of the different wild weathers make you lose power. I'm sorry, he said snow. He said snowstorm. So I just went over. They are huge snowstorms, but we want to make sure that we explain what they are, because those kids over there, they don't know what we read about. So you want to share the information so that they know all about blizzards. So talk to your group about what you're going to share with them. There is a card right there.
You need to stay inside during the storm. I know. I read all. Stay inside during the storm. Or you're gonna get freeze.
So did you all write down the thing on the building? Remember, if you want to know what you're sharing with your group, so you can
That's right. Tomorrow's Saturday.
What are you guys going to tell your group about thunderstorms? What are you going to tell?
Elijah, go do your work.
But we're done reading. We're just talking about what thunderstorms are. What are you going to tell your group about thunderstorms?
Lightning hotter than the sun.
The lightning is hotter than the sun. What else happens? What happens during a thunderstorm? What is a thunderstorm?
You mean get higher?
It is a heavy rain shower. So now, what else do you see during the thunderstorm? What do you see, Dwayne?
Like rain.
You see rain.
Lightning.
Rainbows?
Lightning.
During the thunderstorm?
Lightning.
Was that in the text too?
No.
Oh, I want to know what was in the text. Because that's the important stuff that the author was talking about. Lightning's in there. Right, but the sun's not out during a thunderstorm. Tornadoes might be there. I don't know if it was in the text. Make sure you have text to support it. I know. Oh, class.
Oh, yes.
It is time to go back to your home group.
Yes.
You have 7 seconds to get to your home group. Please do not run. You are walking. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are now the experts in your home group. You are going to teach your group about your section. Because as you can see, everyone in your group was reading a different section. Some of your groups have 2 people that read the same thing, which is okay, because you're just going to help each other explain your section. You should have notes on your section. You should have wrote down all the key details with evidence from the text to support it, and you're going to share that with your group. So go ahead and teach your group about your section if you are a thunderstorm. Thunderstorms, teach your group.
Oh, I'm a hotter than the sun. Hotter than the sun. Hey,
Don't forget to take notes on what he says.
thunderstorms are like thunderstorms are hotter than the sun. And a thunderstorm is a heavy rain shower, and a big thunderstorm can drop millions of gallons of water. Hundreds of thunderstorms pop up every second. Somewhere around the world, these storms have lightning, thunder.
Hold on, bud. I don't think you're supposed to read your section, right? You're supposed to tell them about your section, right?
You may not read the story, so you have to say it.
Thunder is the sound of
Wait, what did you just say?
thunder is the sound of lightning.
Was that in the text?
Get our recess time, don't worry.
And lightning is a big spark of lightning.
I know, it's okay.
Can I talk to you?
We'll get our time. We'll make it up. Don't worry.
Hurricanes are warm.
Which of you had the thunderstorm section? Did you talk about it already? What did you say?
Oh, class. It is we did thunderstorms. Hurricanes' turn. Hurricane. Tell your group what happens in a hurricane. What is a hurricane? Tell your group.
Is hurricanes your section? Was your section hurricanes? Okay, so listen so you can learn about it, right?
And there's lots of them. They could be in Florida. They could be in every state. But only they're gonna be in a lot.
Did you finish talking all about the hurricanes? What did you tell them? Elijah, we are not sliding across the floor. That doesn't look very safe. All right, time for blizzards. Blizzards. Go ahead and teach your group about blizzards. You're not supposed to be reading the text to them. You're telling them about blizzards. Because you've already read this a bunch of times, right? And then you have the information up here. You gotta tell them about blizzards, what you talked about with blizzards. What happens if you get caught? What is a blizzard? That's what we're talking about. Hey, class. Remember, if we don't understand what the person is talking about, we can always use our accountable talk that's in the corner, and you can ask them for more clarification. Can you give me an example? What does this mean? Why are you saying this? Why is this important? Where did you find this in the text? Those are the questions that you should be asking if what they're saying is unclear. If I'm talking, you should ask me that.
What did you know? What did you know?
One more minute. Okay, class. Class. So now we have heard, okay, I know a lot of us are a little bit worried because we're looking at the clock and we can see that it's past our recess time and you're wondering if you're going to get recess. You are still going to get recess. I need you to focus. So now you have been an expert in your area. You've also heard your other friends from your home group talking about what happened in the rest of the story. Now you should have a good idea about what the author was writing about and what he was trying to say. So I want you to now write under your extend. I want you to think about one of the areas that he was talking about. I want you to pull out some of those key details and I want you to make a connection. If you feel that there is something we talked about in this story and it made a connection to your life, and we figured out what the author was talking about? What was his purpose? Why was he writing? Was he writing the text to explain something? Was he trying to describe something? Or was he answering a question? What do you think he was doing? You're going to write that down under your extend. Once you write down what you think he was doing, you're going to write down some evidence of how you know that. Then you're going to make a connection to your own life. What do you know about these storms? What did you already know? Go ahead and write. Evidence means that you found it in the story and you're writing it down to support it. I'm coming. Yeah, remember before we were trying to guess what the author was talking about, but now we read it, so you kind of know what the author was talking about, right? So now you're going to tell me what he was writing about, and then we find it in the story where it says what he was writing about.